Greetings and welcome back to Unveiling Buddhism. Join us as we delve into the life stories of Buddha Shakyamuni, gaining insights and inspiration that resonate with our lives in the 21st century. Explore the wisdom of the Buddha that continues to guide and uplift us. In the previous episode, Siddhartha, at the age of 29, encountered the profound impact of aging during a royal inspection. The striking disparity between his aging father, King Suddhodana, and a frail old man left a profound impact on Siddhartha. While his father was in good health, this old man appeared frail and had lost his cognitive abilities. Siddhartha was particularly shaken by the poignant sight of this old man playing with dirt, revealing a lack of self-awareness. But Siddhartha was completely preoccupied with work, family, and entertainment after returning to the palace, and the troubling thoughts of old age were buried by circular pursuits after 3 months. Siddhartha knew that he needed to prove himself capable of royal duties quickly, but unfortunately, he didn't even know what Kapalivastu looked like. Therefore, he requested to tour Kapalivastu again. As expected of King Suddhodana, he swiftly ordered a doubling of the palace guards for the second inspection, and the streets were meticulously cleared to ensure there were no unhappy sights. Meanwhile, the unexpected halt during Siddhartha's inaugural royal inspection triggered a wave of gossip. Despite the rich and influential citizens' elaborate preparations to welcome the prince, he didn't even complete half of the planned route, leaving many disappointed and feeling overlooked. Unaware of Siddhartha's internal turmoil, the influential families misconstructed the sudden halt as a deliberate royal snub. Consequently, many of them decided to withdraw their participation in the second parade. That boycott unfortunately dampened the level of enthusiasm during the actual day of Prince Siddhartha's inspection parade, marking a noticeable contrast from the previous grand reception. In that manner, Prince Siddhartha toured an almost empty street, and the inspection was completed quickly. Seeing that it was time to return to the palace, the guards began to relax their vigilance. Unbeknownst to most, the devas, or celestial beings, were also fulfilling their divine duties. As the royal procession rounded the corner toward the main road, a deva materialized in the guise of a sickly man, lying vulnerable at the street corner. In that fleeting moment, both Siddhartha and Channa were confronted with the distressing image of an ailing figure, struggling for breath and moaning in agony. The man's attire was marred by vomit, urine, and excrement, with pus seeping from open boils, a profoundly saddening and distressing scene.
Did you see that man, Channa? What happened to him? Why is he in so much pain?
My lord, that man is sick and suffering from an illness.
What do you mean, Channa? Can illness do that to a man? I have been ill before, but that did not happen to me.
My lord, illness comes in many forms. Some illnesses can do much worse than that.
You mean I'd be as sick as that man? Even Yashodhara?
Yes, my lord, sickness is common to everyone. All of us can get sick and no one will know what kind of sickness will befall us.
Siddhartha fell into a deep silence and became very sad for the rest of his journey home. Wow, what a profound and thought-provoking experience for Siddhartha. Sickness, an inevitable part of the human journey, is often overlooked until it becomes a significant concern. When we think of sickness, our immediate perception is discomfort, pain, and the potential to disrupt our lives. As it worsens, it's like navigating through a storm. Coping with sickness can indeed be challenging, and it's entirely okay not to feel okay about it. Remember when we were hit by highly pathogenic COVID-19 strains, and we were doing everything we could to prevent getting sick? It was really tough. For those who have experienced or known someone battling severe diseases like cancer or chronic conditions such as dementia, Alzheimer's, or strokes. It's heavy, and it's okay to feel the weight of it. Yet, for someone like Siddhartha, who had blissfully never come into close contact with severe sickness, it is not difficult to imagine that it must have been overwhelming to experience it for the first time. We can't blame Siddhartha for feeling this way. In fact, he wasn't fearful. He did not shy away from this. Most people would feel worried and run away. Yes, I would, to be honest. However, Siddhartha showed courage in developing empathy. Thanks to him, this experience, along with other encounters about life, inspired him to search for solutions to all these so-called negative experiences. We'll delve into more of them in our future episodes. But today, due to his initial encounter with deep sickness at 29, it inspires us to reflect on this shared aspect of life that often goes unexplored until it profoundly impacts us. Given that sickness is typically unwelcome and carries a negative connotation, it's understandable that many of us would prefer to avoid dealing with it. This naturally leads to the question, can we sidestep sickness altogether? The reality is we can't. It's an inherent component of life, affecting not only us, but also animals and other living beings. However, the positive aspect is that we can equip ourselves to navigate through sickness, managing the associated fear, stress, and other negative emotions, whether we are personally experiencing it or supporting a loved one through it. To deal with sickness and the fear and stress it brings, the first step is simple: being aware that sickness is part of life experience. Face it and don't avoid it. Even though it might seem tough, confronting the reality of sickness is like lifting a burden. The second step is self-care. It involves maintaining a healthy diet, regular exercise, and most importantly, being kind to our bodies and minds. Acknowledging sickness as a part of life's experience allows us to cherish our healthy moments, a precious gift that encourages us towards self-care. Well, honestly, we all know the importance of staying healthy, but we often forget or easily slack off. So maintaining the awareness of sickness will undoubtedly prevent us from taking our health for granted. The third crucial point is to maintain a positive mindset. Having a positive outlook acts like a sturdy umbrella in a storm. Research indicates that a positive attitude can serve as a source of strength. Therefore, when sickness comes knocking, it's beneficial to welcome it with kindness and optimism. Have you ever tried Buddhist meditations? Meditations are not about escaping reality, but rather discovering a serene and balanced space within ourselves. A safe space that remains undisturbed and peaceful. Buddhist meditations encourage us to acknowledge that falling sick is an inherent aspect of our collective human journey. Embracing this calm acceptance serves as a means to alleviate the burden of stress. In our upcoming episode, we will delve into Buddhist meditation techniques crafted to cultivate love and harness healing energy, a kind of comforting embrace for our minds. In a nutshell, this episode highlights that sickness is a challenging part of life, but it doesn't define us. We can reshape our story, discovering strength in vulnerability. Buddha's wisdom encourages acceptance and kindness, inviting us to embrace the journey together. Remember, we are not alone. So let's virtually hug it out, release the fear, and gracefully walk this path together. Thank you for joining us on this exploration of sickness and its profound impact on Siddhartha's journey. If you found this episode insightful, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more enriching content. Stay tuned as we continue unraveling the timeless teachings of Buddha Shakyamuni for inspiration in our modern lives. May you be well and happy. Take care.